Hello Divine Soul Tribe, back again with another message and reading. I'm Divina, welcome to my channel. I will give you a full disclaimer, I do swear, do get a little bit passionate sometimes, depending on where the reading takes us. I do private readings. My email address is in the description box below. I don't reach out in comments unless the comment is highlighted. It's not me. Okay, so if you want to get in touch, please feel free. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of readings just lately where a lot of dark magic's coming up, cults, demons, societies. It keeps coming through. I just can't avoid it. I can't get away from it. And most of my readings I record simultaneously for Facebook as well. This really isn't for Facebook. I mean, you know, my updates on there is just updates on there, and you know, but it keeps taking me to where I like to call Karmaville. But Karmaville's getting very dark and dirty right now. It's more like the underworld. 111 was on the clock when I said that. So I've got my cards out, and I pulled a few cards out because it's quite a big stack, and a lot of them are like messages from your masculine. That's not what we're doing now. I just took the masculine messages out, and this is what, well, this is what I got. I'm going to do a reading based on that. Spell work involved? Well, that's not really a surprise. We bloody know that anyway. 1:44 was on the clock when I said that. So this is for you chosen ones. This is not, I mean, I'm not saying that if you're watching this, you're not a chosen one. But I'm part of the 144 chosen ones. My Divine Soul Tribe are part of the 144 chosen ones. This is who my collective is, who I'm reading for. This is your counterpart. I gave in to temptation. I'm still weak and ashamed of myself. We know. Earthly God, Goddess energy. That's you, Divine Soul Tribe members. And you make your person nervous. Hence the reason, well, probably because of that God, Goddess energy. Hence the reason why they probably gave in to temptation, because it was probably easier to go off and do that. And here they are. They want to tell you everything. Will you hear them out? Will you? Depends what comes out in this reading, Divine Soul Tribe, because this come up. High level underworld ancestral protection in place. Why? Because they've been playing around in graveyards. Now, either your person has been entertaining that kind of stuff, or the people around them have been entertaining that kind of stuff. When I say the people around them, this could be, they could have a third party situation going on, could be a romantic partner, they could be part of a group or society. Evil family members keeps coming up in Margie got the T144 chosen deck. We're going to get a few messages out of there before we get into it, before we get the Kipper deck out, because we know that's where the tea party at. So let me get Margie got the tea deck. Right, because I want to know what's going on. I need to do twin flame mission at the bottom of the deck. You were born to be a legend. Right, so let's have a little look and see what these royalty. That's you, Divine Soul Tribe. I just want 3 cards from this deck, and then we can get into it. Your psychic powers are being activated. Your clairvoyant, well, all your clairs should be online by now. Sage your space is the advice. Wow. You see that, didn't you? I can't pick it up. Do not worry. Why not? Because you've got high level underworld ancestral protection in place. Yeah, you have. Now, there's only one reason why you'll have our high-level ancestral protection in place. Because people are playing in the underworld. Doing silly things with dark creatures. You're a shaman. And again, sage your space, protect your energy. Right, I want to get into it with the Kipper deck. Courthouse. So I want to know why there's high level underworld ancestral protection in place. Kipper decks normally got the T on things like that. So you being on your pathway, I do believe is upsetting people because they know you're about to come into great fortune. So they're messing around in the underworld, playing with demons that they've got no business entertaining or calling on, and other things as well for that matter, right? And this is what has enacted, excuse me, I can't. This is what has enacted your high level underworld ancestral protection. Main female. It's facing you. So I'm getting two little stories here. A main male and a main female are facing judgment because they were conspiring together against you. Look, there they are there. So these are people that were at the top of a group, or at the very least highly ranked in a group, I'm going to say. They're facing judgment. Even the judge is like, why am I dealing with this? Because they should have known better. You're on your journey. Why has the high level underworld ancestral protection been enacted? Why has it been activated? Why are they having to protect you? Because you're held in a high honour. You're a child of God. Yep. Earthly God, goddess energy. Yeah. That's why. That's why those people are facing judgment. They should have known better. They did know better. And they're now concerned. That's a 33rd degree Mason that's concerned. Maybe they were the one that gave the orders. Who knows? Maybe that's why your person wants to tell you everything. Maybe your person is that 33rd degree Mason, or trying to become one, or they know one. And that's why this has been started with this spell work, because they knew you were of royalty, because that come up. They know that you've got that energy. They've been trying to harvest it. And because of your spiritual ranking, because you must be highly spiritually ranked if you've got God, goddess energy, and you've got high level underworld ancestral protection, you're going to make them nervous. That's not just your person, that's these people in this group. That's your person, because they're aware of those people in that group. They must be. Otherwise, they wouldn't want to tell you everything. They wouldn't be asking if you would hear them out. Would they? It's all about these counterparts. All of it. You guys have got a very, very special job to do on this planet. We're here to clean it up. So they're going out of their way, the powers that ought not to be. Because this is not some low-level kitchen witches. These are highly trained people. This is their life. The people that we're dealing with here, this is their life. This is all they know. They're going to be in poverty while you get your sudden wealth. Now, a couple of stories are coming through here. Your person's involved with them, or they were involved with them, and they've seen the light. They want to come through. Because look, I gave into temptation. I'm still weak and ashamed of myself. And underneath that is, I want to tell you everything. Will you hear me out? So they, to a certain degree, your person knew something, gave in and entertained some of this ish that's been going on, this spell work. Whether it was a love spell, a confusion spell, obsession spell, whatever kind of spell it was your person was involved in, they want to come clean and tell you everything. But these other people, that 33rd degree Mason, at the very least, and the main male and female, that's a group of people, right, try to come up against you. But because you hold and embody God, goddess energy, you're protected up, top, middle and bottom. High level underworld ancestral protection activated. Because look, you saw me, well, I don't know if you can see me shuffling, but you saw me, well, yeah, you must have done because the cards were flying out. Lovers. This is why they're doing it. They want to stop this impending marriage because you're official people. This coffin situation is coming towards all these false people. And they're thinking about all that hard work that they did and where it's landed them. In poverty. That's what happens. They didn't do their homework. They didn't. So they went out of their way to do silly things. Now they're in the courthouse. Cosmic court. Yeah? Spiritual court. Because they're losing their powers. As your gifts grow, there's wane. That's because they've been stealing your energy this whole time. But you're a healer of the ages. That's why they can't touch you, because you've got an important job to do on this earth. You're about to collect your cornucopia. But you will face some hostilities. You need to be prepared for this, right? Because things will get a little bit messy. We've got a few weeks to go through. Through this moon cycle. Contracts, let's have a look. Your twin flame contract is still open, right? Well, it should be, unless of course your person was involving themselves in the dark arts and doing a little bit more than just a basic love spell, or yeah, a basic love spell. If they was doing more than a basic love spell, that contract will be closed. I want a bit of tarot on that, just to clarify the yin yang and the contract. The Four of Wands when I split the deck, and there's the World card. Right, please explain the yin yang with the contract, Spirit. Came out together. So your soul contract is still in play with your divine counterpart. Literally, they came out together. That is a rare occurrence. This is what these people over here are trying to stop with their toil and labour. They made it a full-time job to keep you and your person apart, because you've got a big mission here on earth together. So, well, now we know why they've been doing it. What comes next? What kind of spell work? There's a storm warning. That's like the tower. That's like the tower card, right? So this has come to clear the path so that you gain some clarity in this situation. You might find out exactly who's been working against you. The storm has come to clear the path so that you can walk through the door to spirit. Yeah? they're jealous. They're jealous. And they're worried. They're anxious. This is the 9 of Swords. And this is like the 5 of Swords. So they're out here jealous. Whoever's been doing all this, putting your person in a temptation, right? Sex magic. But then that's not to say that your person doesn't know about what's been going on. They haven't been involved because there's spell work there. And they want to tell you everything. Will you hear them out? This is these other people. They're jealous that you've got these gifts, that your person's got these gifts. And because they know... Listen, Mystic Tory done a video the other day about the Grim Reapers returning to senders. They got to go and collect some dusty ass souls. They weren't sent out on a job, but your high level underworld ancestral protection kicked in. So they got sent back off. Right? Now this is them. Nervous, anxious, scared of what's coming next because you're absolutely fine. Jealous. They're jealous because you hold this energy and they can't get it from you. That's what the problem is. You're fully in your heart space. You've healed your sacral chakra so they can't come on in with this energy. They can't tempt you to the dark side, but your person hadn't fully healed. They hadn't healed their heart and they hadn't healed their sacral chakra. That's why they gave into temptation. Lovers in the Chariot, but this soul contract is still open, right? So your person wants to come in and tell you everything. Will you hear them out? Do you want this? I mean, it's not set in stone. You don't have to do it. But these are major arcana cards as well. This is the Lovers and the Chariot. I do believe it is a connection that is meant to happen. I am going to do a reading later because I do believe that it is very important for this wave of twins to come together because there's some very special spirit babies that are waiting to be born, because all year I've been getting pregnancy coming through, and I keep saying people are going to start getting pregnant. And the other day I done a reading, I can't remember, it might have been Friday, the wedding card with the baby and royalty came out, and it came through from spirit that you guys, you twins, whose soul contract is still open, right, are supposed to come together and birth something new, whether that's babies and to create your own royal bloodline together, to clean up these bloodlines, because you're here breaking generational curses. The baby is something to do with part of breaking that curse. 10 of Swords. There has been a lot of backstabbing, and 2 of Pentacles. Juggling. Things out of balance. You're being watched. Now, this will be by them people there. That's how they know that this hasn't hit you, because you're absolutely fine. And they've been watching you and monitoring you. This is the monitor, look. He's even got a flipping eye on his neck, making sure he's watching you from all angles. Even when you think they're not watching, they're watching. They're always watching. Why? Because you're an earthly goddess. You're an earth angel. You're highly ranked in the spiritual realm. You're down here. You're 144,000 chosen one. You've got a special job to do. They don't want you to heal the world. If you heal the world, there'll be nothing for them to harvest, like fear, anxiety, depression, which is all possession anyway. They've got to send their little minion demons somewhere. That's what they want to do. If you are always in that constant state of fear and anxiety, those demons can attach to you, because you're running on low vibrational frequency. And that's how they catch you. Right, but you've worked far too hard to get out of that energy. And they've watched you do that. They've watched you heal your heart chakra. They've watched you heal your sacral chakra. And that's what makes them jealous. And that's what makes them nervous. Because no matter what they do, what they send your way, it backfires. Because you've got high level underworld ancestral protection. And the more they do, the more magic they release back out into the ethers that comes back to its rightful owner. I hope you've been calling your energy back. I call back all energy that belongs to me, and I release all that which does not. So mote it be. Because the more you do that, because people didn't know how to do that before, the more you do that, the weaker they become. And look, here we go. The Four of Cups. They're worried that they're going to miss out on an opportunity to harvest any more energy from you. Well, they have. They're being left out in the cold because you went with the angels to go and heal. You fought your battles and you've won because you never gave up hope that you would always be okay. Why? Because God's always had your back. That's why. You're in line for your Four of Wands, a firm, stable foundation. And you're going to build a life on that. No more unhappiness, no more instability, no more rocky foundations upon which you stand. Your foundations are firm because you healed your heart chakra and you healed your sacral chakra and you went down to the basement and you cleared it all out. They went too far and now they've got some big people in the underworld on their case because your protection was inactivated. Why, you say? Because you stood your ground. 22:33 on the clock. You stood your ground and you never backed down. You didn't give in to temptation because you made sure you had your boundaries up and you stuck to them. Yeah? That's the truth. So be expecting a message from your masculine because they are going to, regardless of what's been going on, they're going to get in touch and they want to know if you'll hear them out. Will you? Are you prepared to listen to what they've got to say after they took their time trying to come towards you? And in that time, they gave in to temptation because they're sex addicts, as we know. Because that comes out in the readings all the time. They got led down the garden path by people that were sneaky and manipulative. They should know better because we all know your counterpart was a narcissist. Whether they still are or not, I'm not sure. They have been doing some healing, as we've been seeing in the readings. But this particular reading isn't for those divine masculines that have been out there actively doing their work. This reading is for those masculines, counterparts, that have been doing dark work, giving into temptation, not necessarily doing what they should be doing in a divine way. Actually, it wasn't the 5, that's the 6. So you've got away from those sneaky, manipulative people, and your counterpart, I'm not putting anything divine on that, because if they've been doing spell work, there's nothing divine about that. That's the 6 of Swords. So they've come away from that. You've come away from that. You must have walked away from your person for them to be asking if you give them the opportunity to hear them out. Yeah? The thing is, this is the fact of the matter. This soul contract is still open because they came out together. Most of the time, one comes out, then the other one follows a little bit later on down the line. They were firmly stuck together and they both came out together. No other cards, just those two. Right. So, they must know that the contract's still open. You know that the contract's still open. They want to come in and tell the truth. But they won't be emotional. Obviously, they're not going to be emotional about it. They're nervous. So they're building up the courage to come forward and tell you the truth. They just don't know how they're going to do it yet. It's not funny, because I'll tell you what, I'm getting tired of it. Everywhere you look, every time I do a reading, spell work comes up, anxiety, deceit, and it is always the same, always something that's got to come through to take me over to Karmaville. Well, this is not a reading for anything other than Karmaville. So these people out here were trying to do the most to keep you confused, paying out money to dark practitioners, yeah? But this person here was all about the money. I don't actually even think that this Queen of Pentacles was really about the money. She was just wanting to harvest all the energy. Harvest these energies. Hence the reason sending in false people to tempt your person, because that's the way they harvest your energy. So you'd have to be sleeping with your person for this to be happening. I know it's not very nice, trigger warning, people are not going to want to hear this, but this is the reality of the situation that you're living. If you're here because of the dark spell work that's being perpetrated upon you, and your person's involved with a society or a cult, or their family is, or their spouse is, this is for you. This is what you need to know. If you're sleeping with your person, they're taking your divine energy, and if they're sending in temptation for sex magic, Jezebel spirit, whatever they're doing, and your person gave in to temptation and slept with that, they shared your energy with that person. That person's then gone back with the stolen energy and sharing it with the other so that they can go and do magic spells and stuff against you. Hence the reason. And these people aren't messing around. We're talking about graveyard dirt, kitchen, not kitchen magic. They're out here doing blood magic, because that come up with my supernatural deck. Even my Pulp Girls Tarot was showing blood in the 5 of Cups, blood around the 5 of Cups. So these people are out here doing the most. They ain't doing no kitchen cauldron business. They are on it. We're talking sacrifices, we're talking bones, we're talking all kinds of shit. Working hard with others, like I said. We've got the main female, we've got the 33rd degree Mason who's concerned because the high level underworld ancestral protection's been freaking activated. And then we've got the other main male. Collaborators. But here, they're facing judgment. Well, about a month ago, I got the download of the Karma trainers left the station. Choo choo. Can't help but laugh every time I say that. They got served a burn notice. The thing is, that download that I got was a little bit early. But again, it's a warning, because we all know we're being watched. We are highly ranked in the spiritual realm. They didn't know that, but now they do. But we're chosen ones. We've been watched. Not whether it's by that group or not. I don't think it's that group that's doing all this shit, because if it they wouldn't be doing that, because that group of people that do watch us, have been watching us and monitoring us our whole life, they would know who we are. Or at the very least, you've been watched by the ancestors, the descendants of those that placed the generational curses that we were here to break. Ooh, there you go. That's who you would have been watched by. But again, most of those people would be in secret societies. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's the one that your person has any ties to, or their karmic mate's got any ties to. There's plenty of them out there. Take your pick. But they're facing judgment for trying to put you under these burdens, trying to make you carry these burdens, trying to keep you bogged down out of your high vibrational energy. So they're facing judgment from that. Now, high level underworld ancestral protection. They're facing judgment from all angles, top, middle and bottom. Top is God. God sees everything, omnipresent entity, hello. Middle, because they've been doing stupid shit in the 3D. I got this download the other day. They've been consulting a high priestess to watch us in the spirit realm and see Wagwan in the spirit realm, and they've had a lawyer on the case to keep an eye on there and watch their back, because they've been doing shit they shouldn't have been doing in the 3D that's going to get them banged up as well, because they tried to keep you in this energy. But you were too magic. You harnessed your powers, you accepted your ace of wands, your gift of magic from God, because you are magic, yeah? And you went into this full energy and took a leap of faith. I don't know what's coming next, but I'm going to jump in with both feet first. Probably tried to send people in to give you some smooth talk, but that didn't work. It just caused a bit of chaos and conflict because it didn't work, so they had to go back and start again. But I'm telling you now, these people are out here looking for a victory. Trying to keep you trapped in their head, but that's where they are now. Traps in their head, because they couldn't get nothing to stick. They couldn't get you in this 3 of Swords heartbreak energy. No, because there's that 6 of Wands again. That was literally just at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling again. You got on your horse, you rode your way to victory. You dodged that 5 of Wands and jumped on the horse straight for the 6. Yeah, because God showed you the way. So now you're in line for something traditional, something stable, yeah? With that Ace of Pentacles. Brand new stable beginning in a life, something with full commitment, done by the book. There's that High Priestess and a Sorceress. That's what... And there's that... I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how well I've been doing with the swearing because I'm channeling. And I can tell you now, your ancestors are not happy. There's the High Priestess, the Dark High Priestess. There's that Sorceress. And there's that emotionally manipulative bitch. When I say emotionally manipulative, she's more cold and cutting. She's the one that's at the top. That's that bitch out here trying to cut you out of the picture, trying to send this sorceress in to take your place. Even the High Priestess knows that that can't happen. Why? Why, you say? Because your contract isn't with them dark creatures, it's with God. You and your counterpart are God-ordained spouses. They can't swap that. They can't trick God out of a contract he signed. Here's the thing. I'm going to have to find a way to download this video that I done on Facebook. It was called That's a Wrap. God said that's a wrap. That was back in February that I done that. And I done that after a Karmaville video on here on YouTube, right? So here's the skinny, yeah? I done that video on YouTube, then I went to Facebook. God said that's a wrap. And I put that as the title of the video. You have to put the title before you start a live stream. And it literally came out through the reading. God said that's a wrap. He got out of his seat to sign a burn notice. Again, I got my tea a little bit too early. Mystic Tory, she literally put a video out on Thursday, and on the title when it said, God served an eviction notice himself. They wanted you to be in sorrow and regret, but that's what they're in now. Sorrow and regret and despair. Why? Because you're still shining, my beautiful Divine Soul Tribe members. Because you're here to shine your light on the world. We've been through this before. You're here to heal the world. You're not going to be able to do that if you're in sorrow and regret all the time. That's going to be them. Look, there's a big eye there crying. That's them watching you go and shine your light on the world. They're going to be crying. Cry me a river. While you celebrate. Everything that you invested is going to come to fruition. You're going to get a return on your investment. And they're going to be out here trying to apologise to you because of all this magic that they tried to perpetrate upon you by stabbing you in the back, leaving you for dead. And actually, some of these disgusting creatures were doing death magic. Why do you think they were doing digging out graveyard dirt? Yes, I'm getting passionate again. I'm trying to keep a lid on the curse words because I don't need to curse to get my point across. You went into hermit mode and you sought the wisdom that you have from within. You used your knowledge and your experience to unlock your untold wisdoms. And they couldn't do this to you. They couldn't perpetrate this on you. Why? Because you got messages from God. You got messages from the universe about what you needed to do whilst you was in this energy to combat this. That's why justice has come in, because you've done your protection. Yeah, you've done your protection. And that's why your high level underworld ancestral protection got activated. That's part of the justice. Now, I can assure you, none of those ancestors of yours that are downstairs in the underworld are going to be friendly people that are going to tap them on the shoulder and say, we need to have a conversation about this. The conversation really isn't going to go like that. It ain't even going to be a conversation. It's going to be a coffin situation. What do you think the Grim Reapers are going back for? A cup of tea? Maybe a couple of biscuits? That's what they come here for. Because I've got plenty of cross watchers on my case. But you're going to go and get your 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment, because you did the work. You did what needed to be done. Yes, they were out here perpetrating black magic upon you, dark magic, but you became the director of your own life. You healed yourself. Yes, you did. So now you can collect your wish fulfillment. Go on ahead and start that legacy. You're going to get all your spiritual gifts that you're entitled to, because why? You carry God, goddess energy. That's why they want you so badly. But they can't have you. Why? Because you closed out all these karmic cycles and you're about to step into your destiny. They can't stop what God's got for you. You're a star, here to heal the world. It's your destiny. I love it when these cards come out together. You're going to get the justice you deserve, and they're going to sit back and they're going to have to watch you. Where's that card? They're going to have to sit back and watch while you shine your light on the world, while you help the world heal from all the shit that they've been out there doing. Because I dare say it's not just you they've been perpetrating that crap on. You found your strength to say goodbye to your old life and beat this punk. Yeah. And his stupid little sex magic, dark one, dark snatch portal people to come and try and confuse you and steal your energy, to steal your beautiful divine white light. Death to any affiliation with that clown. Yeah? So your person is slowly but surely coming towards you. That's the Knave. So that's the Page. So they feel small because they realise what an idiot they've been. SLD, spiritual learning difficulties. They clearly didn't read the small fine print about what happens when you go messing around with a chosen one. One of God's favourites. God's ambassador came out yesterday. Because you love yourself now, they see you in that light. They've chosen their path and they're gonna come towards you. Your ships are finally coming on in. They're going to take action because they're in love with you. Yeah, they want to come to you and offer you something stable. Because all their feelings are coming to the surface, and everything they've done in the dark and everything those other people have done in the dark is coming to the light. Everything. You're going to get some clarity on this situation. You're going to know exactly who these people in this 5 of Swords energy is, because that tower is going to come crashing down and show you exactly what you need to see and help you clear your own path, right? Then you're going to be able to recover and your person will come in really fast. No more deception. Because you've healed your wounded inner child. Yes, you have. And you balanced your life out. Because you chose to walk your spiritual path and leave all those things and people and places behind that left you emotionally, physically and spiritually and mentally depleted. You're no longer in this Nine of Swords energy. That's them. Why? Because your high level underworld ancestral protection has been activated. You never let go of your faith in God. They did. But they never let go of this connection. This is another thing as well. I think they still think that they've got a chance. They still haven't got the savvy to realise that's a wrap. You're going to get your reconciliation. Your person's slowly but surely coming on in because they see things from a different perspective now, and they want nothing more than to come on in and give you this cup of love, this overflowing cup of love, and start a happy family with you. Because you are now independent and away from all those things, you know, you don't have any codependency issues. You don't need anybody. You have worked hard enough on yourself to ensure that you've got everything you need, because you're the director of your life. You're in charge of your life. That's the Six of Pentacles. God said life is about to be balanced back out. Balance is going to be restored. It's going to be even give and take. Your person's going to come on in to give you, to reciprocate what you give them, because they're not going to come in unless they're healed. That's a given, right? So on that note, I was going to do something longer than that. They're literally thinking about how they're going to come on in and talk to you about this situation, because they know a lot more than what they're letting on. What they actually partook in, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to do another reading about that, because I've got So there might well be a part 2 to this, most likely, but at this point in time I do need to go. So thank you for sticking it out with me, guys. I will most likely do a part 2 later. So until next time, guys, stay divine.